Smash Ultimate is a game that needs no introduction. You've all seen it, you've all reacted to it, y'all know what's up. So I'm not going to dwell on the fact that it's been announced, I'm sure you all know about it by now. While all of my fellow Smash brethren have been at E3 gathering footage of the new game, I've been hard at work analyzing that footage for any changes I could find, minute or significant. Thus, obviously none of the footage belongs to me, and I'll credit Nintendo or the channels in which I took footage from to analyze. In total, I've repeatedly watched over more than 40 videos, and my head kinda hurts after all that. I shall also take the time to go over some Twitter videos and some of the public opinion that's been floating around in relation to the demo, and of course analyze the Inklings and Ridley characters. The footage was taken from Nintendo Treehouse, the Invitational Tournament, and video from people who were playing the demo on the show floor. I tried to stray away from free-for-all matches or matches with items, but some of these videos proved to still have some critical elements that I wanted to explore. In the midst of writing this script, tons of other matches have been uploaded to YouTube, so it's impossible for me to cover everything. From the Invitational, I've excluded all of the doubles matches from this analysis. There are some interesting things in those matches, but they usually took place on crowded stages with items on, and the camera super zoomed out, and there's just not a lot of room for any of the players to do anything significant. And anything noteworthy that does happen also happened in other matches where it was much easier to see. As for other things I won't be going over, final smashes and animation changes. These are nice to have and appreciate, but considering how long this video is likely to be, I don't want to artificially lengthen it with tidbits of information that people can clearly see with their own eyes. Now, I am but a lowly competitive Smash player, so my analysis will be from the perspective of a competitive player, but I will simplify some stuff so that casual players can understand and appreciate some of these changes. Special thanks and credits go out to ProsafiaGaming, who compiled all 68 character videos on Nintendo Smash's website in one video, which was very helpful. VGBootCampVoDs, from which the majority of the camera footage was used. Dragon Smash, who uploaded most of the live feed invitational matches and treehouse footage used. Shofu and Yeet Smash, who each uploaded one video I used, and LarryLurr, from whom I used two. And of course, Nintendo, for without them we would have no video footage to use at all, and ultimate credit goes to them. I'll start with all the character videos on Nintendo's website so we get a little taste of everybody. Then we'll move on to changes that were noticed in actual matches. If a character gets skipped, it means that there was nothing noteworthy to show. It should be mentioned that universally, nearly all characters have received less landing lag on moves, or faster startup across the board, on things like attacks or animations on jump squats for instance, so I don't always mention them unless the difference is very noticeable. In everything I cover, there's obviously so much stuff to look at, so if I miss something, I'm sorry. Considering how much I'm about to go over, the editing is going to be quick and to the point. Yoshi's eggs now bounce instead of exploding instantly on contact with something. We don't know if it can bounce multiple times or only once, but it's clearly been changed. His grab here on Jigglypuff looks like it may have gotten a slight increase in length, and the 3 hits of back air happen a lot faster now. Notable, Kirby's dash attack has been changed to resemble the dash attack he had in Melee. Pikachu's neutral air has been changed from a single hitting move that launches into a multi-hitting attack with minimal launch, similar to Mewtwo. Luigi's up B has a lot less lag on landing than before. When Popo initiates a throw, Nana starts a dancing animation. This was likely done to prevent footstool setups or infinite grab combos. Similarly, if Popo is put into hit stun or grabbed, Nana panics and will not do anything, whereas in previous games you may have been able to input an attack as Nana regardless. Zelda's jab now has a launching hitbox, and her Phantom has several new properties which I'll be going over later. Dr. Mario has a new down air, which spikes, similar to Falcon and Ganondorf. Looks like Pichu's forward tilt either paralyzes or traps. I've only seen Pichu forward tilt twice, and both times it did this, so it might be a guaranteed paralysis or trip, which is pretty substantial. Falco's continuous laser fire seems to have less intervals of time between shots compared to Smash 4. Marth's shield breaker can be angled, but I don't know how significant of a change this will prove to be. Ganondorf now uses a sword for all Smash attacks, which provide more range as well as disjoint on these moves. Roy can now turn around during his neutral special. The hits of Meta Knight's down throw last significantly longer, and unless Lucario just happened to be at super high percent here, the down throw trajectory has changed to launch much more horizontally than before. Pit and Dark Pit's down special comes out a lot faster. Wario's dash attack has been changed to a shoulder bash, rather than a move that usually only trips. Pretty sure this is a new down smash for Snake. Ike's eruption at full charge now releases waves of fire in front of him for a decent distance. It's unclear from this footage if a partial charge will release a partial wave, and I wasn't able to find footage of that either. Diddy Kong's jab finisher has been altered. He no longer uses his tail to multi-hit before the launching attack. Sonic's neutral special has a lot more startup. Dedede can inhale Gordo and spit them out at a higher speed now. R.O.B's down throw now grounds his opponent, rather than launching them. Wolf's neutral air has been changed from his spin to an attack very similar to Fox's neutral air. Villager has a jab finisher. He can also catch items with his net. Rosalina's neutral air has been changed. Her down B automatically equips any items that get drawn to her as well. Little Mac can now turn around during his neutral special. He also doesn't go into freefall after using his side special off stage. Also, his KO punch seems to have a larger vertical hitbox. There seems to be a high degree of control over how steep your angles can be on Elwind. Arc Thunder has significantly less end lag. That's all of the big changes that we could see in the character highlight videos. Now onto the changes that were observed during matches. Samus kills Ridley off the top of Battlefield. Samus doesn't go nearly as high as she probably could have, but a simple jump up B from the platform is enough to kill a character like Ridley, who we can assume is quite heavy, at 67% off the top. Now this could mean that Battlefield has a very low ceiling, or that Samus' up special has been buffed considerably in knockback. It also looks like Screw Attack lasts just a little bit longer than it does in Smash 4, but this could be because of the hit lag of the spicy food hitting Ridley during the Screw Attack. We can't be too sure. Either way, either Samus or Battlefield, or both, have shown some noteworthy changes based on this clip. Next up is another Ridley and Samus clip, this time of Ridley giving Samus the work instead. You can see him do the tail stab, which I think might be his down special, and it does a whopping 42% initially, along with stunning Samus, but he does another 11% when he extracts the tail from her and finishes her off with a forward smash. This is a rather strong option, but I don't expect it to stay like this forever. Even in Smash Reuse demo, the damage scaling was very skewed. For instance, Mega Man's down smash did about 50% back then too, so I think the same will happen here. However, I included it because it's pretty crazy that Ridley confirmed a kill at 68% with a setup that launched Samus across the entire stage for a kill. Of course, I had to include this clip of Ridley and Bayonetta that's become the topic of discussion. We do need to keep in mind that doing this kind of combo on Ridley is probably a lot easier due to his size. Plup probably isn't trying to air dodge or use Smash GI to escape, and the stage's ceiling is very low. Nothing too crazy here, but something I wanted to bring up was that a lot of people have been saying that Sakurai was watching during this moment and he was shaking his head the entire time. Right away, we get a great example of where the directional air dodge changes the flow of the game. Fox tries to dash attack and grab afterwards. Marth air dodges to the left out of harm's way. In Smash 4, air dodging at this moment would have been a bad move because he would simply land in front of Fox with lag and Fox would just grab again. Similarly, in another situation, this air dodge would have frame trapped in Smash 4. But in this game, the air dodge gets Marth out of the situation. Marth's double jab happens a lot faster, but tipper jab no longer sends the opponent at a good angle to get hit by things like tipper forward tilt or forward smash. Because Marth had already spot dodged multiple times prior to this, the spot dodge is slowed down and Fox is able to land the up tilt. Under normal circumstances, Marth might have been able to get his shield up in time after the spot dodge. I don't quite know what this is. Marth is in hit stun, but it appears that he jumps and air dodges towards the ground, which would normally result in a normal landing animation. But the jump into air dodge downward results in a tech. Not sure if this is intentional or not. In the next match, we can see Link versus Mario, and something of note is that the bomb explosion radius is nowhere near the visual effect. I expect either the visual effect to get fixed or the hitbox to be changed. In Smash 4, at this percentage, down throw would lead into an easy up smash or up tilt, especially on a character as big and heavy as Link. But the down throw launch trajectory has been changed so that this is no longer the case. It might be possible to do a running up smash after the down throw, but there's no guarantee that this will be a true combo, especially with the new air dodge. This is a discovery that's been making the rounds. Mario footstools Link, but Link techs the footstool. This is huge because in Smash 4 this isn't possible, and footstool into jab locks or follow-ups are pretty prevalent. Link has no more hookshot. This means his grab has much less range, but also less lag. This will also limit his recovery slightly because he'll no longer be able to tether to the ledge. Another example of the new air dodge helping to escape what would have been a frame trap. In Smash 4, air dodging this Link up tilt would just mean landing in front of Link with lag and getting up tilted again. Right away, we get a great example of just how fast the Pokemon switch is. Ivysaur does a down throw and immediately switches to Charizard, who immediately jabs after coming out. This speed is clearly much greater than it was in Brawl, but getting a visual example is nice. I do want to point out something here though. I have seen some claims that Charizard will no longer do 5% damage to himself with side special, even if the move misses, and instead will only do 10% damage to himself after he collides with something. We can see here that that information is false. It is unchanged from Smash 4. 5% damage for initiating the move, and another 5% when you collide with something. It is true that Flare Blitz does 26% rather than 19, but this is probably due to the universal percentage increase mechanic for 1v1s introduced in Smash Ultimate. Take a look at the way Squirtle is dashing here. There's a lot more crispy movement present here than there is typically in Smash 4. I can't say how much freedom this dash dance actually provides, but it's certainly more than what we have now. There's less skidding and lag that's typically present when changing direction this often. Now, in this whole match, when it comes to Ryu, I admit I'm not the most knowledgeable player in the world, and there wasn't a lot of stuff Ryu did there that looked super different from what he could do in Smash 4. So I asked for some help in the analysis. I've asked Thunder to take a look at the footage and tell me what he thought of Ryu in Smash Ultimate in general. For those who don't know who Thunder is, he's one of the top players in Canada in Smash 4, and he plays, you guessed it, Ryu. This is what he had to say. Ryu's damage was nerfed, and Shoryuken doesn't have invincibility anymore. But universal changes to jump squats, movement speed, and air dodges benefit him a lot. Hadouken has less lag, and the ability to always face your opponent even if you walk backwards helps his neutral game. I think Ryu is going to be top tier. Little Mac's movement. Keep in mind the Hungry Box doesn't play Smash 4, and when he does, he uses Jigglypuff, so he probably doesn't know how to foxtrot or extended dash dance optimally, meaning that dash dancing in this game is likely much more accessible. Mario's up special ascends much more quickly when he uses it from the ground compared to initiating it in the air. Little Mac loses his KO punch the instant he takes a hit from Mario. In Smash 4, he was capable of taking maybe 1 or 2 hits before he lost it. If that had been a strong hitbox of Smash 4 Pikachu's neutral air, this move would have killed. Due to the multi-hit changes, there's significantly less chance of the move killing, so that change comes with pros and cons. Mario's down air multi-hits chain much more consistently into themselves. In Smash 4, Pikachu would have almost certainly fallen out of it if Mario had initiated the down air in a similar position. Sheik can jump out of Needle Charge. Previously, she'd have to input Shield in order to cancel needles. Fox's illusion seems to have a slightly slower startup, and the distance is noticeably shorter. This forward tilt from Sheik sends Fox much higher than in Smash 4, which lessens the combo potential of the move because he won't be able to use multiple forward tilts in quick succession. Despite the game being faster, I've been told that there's less hit stun in this game, and here's a good example of this. This neutral air into up smash is typically a guaranteed setup, but Sheik was able to air dodge out of it in this game. Fox's illusion stops on shields now. This is actually the case with a lot of momentum-based moves. In fact, a crucial thing discovered is that you cannot run past an opponent's shield. We don't know if this will stay as is, but for now, this is how Fox's side special behaves. B-reversing, where you reverse your aerial momentum using a special, is still present, as seen by Snake. Snake's up-tilt knockback may have been reduced slightly. Remember that this stage has a lower ceiling as well. Speaking of Snake's up-tilt, you can't see it here, but the insane disjointed range it used to have in Brawl is no longer present. Marth's down throw seems to have a little less hit stun on it. There was almost no chance he was going to land that up air. Down throw back air ends up working at a lower percent though, so this could be incorrect, or a difference in efficient movement by Cosmos. Another great example of faster dash dance movement by Marth here. This forward tilt combo by Snake does significantly less damage. In Brawl, this would do 20%. Ice Climber's side special now has a launching hitbox, unlike previous iterations. Desyncing the Ice Climbers is still very possible. Ness's up air has been changed to a multi-hitting one instead of a headbutt. This causes Nakat's falling up air to do less damage since he only hits the multi-hits of the up air. Immediately following this is Nakat attempting to use repeated up tilts, but Fox air dodges diagonally to the ground, another example of the new mechanics changing what would have been a frame trap. PSI effects have been added onto Ness's neutral air, which may have potentially extended its range. Despite being a multi-hit, the finishing attack of Ness's up air still has strong kill power, so the only considerable change this up air change brings to Ness players is the fact that up air now needs to be timed a little more strictly in order for it to be a powerful landing option, but the trade-off is the potential of Ness's up air having disjointed hitboxes. Zelda uses jump neutral air much faster than she's capable of doing in Smash 4, probably due to the jump squat frame reduction, but this likely ensures that down throw into neutral air is still a true combo. We see the running animation of the Inkling, and I wonder if turning into a squid for the running animation shifts the Inkling's hitbox. If someone knows, please tell me, I actually need to know. And the same goes for the Inklings when they're charging ink. Few things here. When using side special in the air, Zelda has less aerial drift than in Smash 4. However, the missile speed of Din's fire has been increased, and using the move in the air no longer puts Zelda into freefall. Zelda's up special teleports her more swiftly than in Smash 4. But something hard to notice here is that Zelda is able to start drifting almost immediately after she reappears, whereas before she was unable to drift for about 1.5 whole seconds. Down throw into jab combo looks to be a decent option for Inklings at low percent. You can use Inkling's roller to go right off stage. You won't automatically stop if you hit a ledge. It's unclear if the roller has a hitbox off stage, and if it does, how the knockback would behave. Something of note is that putting away the roller in the air makes Inklings do a jump. This isn't the Inkling's offstage double jump because the Inkling jumps afterwards. If Brawler can be initiated offstage, it could possibly be used as a recovery option. Here, we get a great example of cancelling your dash attack with any smash attack that was shown off in the direct in practice by Pikachu using this new mechanic to punish an overzealous approach by the Inkling. I don't think I pointed this out even though it may have been present in the other videos, but you can charge a smash attack for an absurdly long time in this game. Probably near double the amount of time you can charge it in any other Smash game. In case anyone needed confirmation, despite the fact that jab block setups have been minimized due to footstools being techable, jab blocks themselves are still very much a thing. Blink and you'll miss it. Cloud's limit charge now automatically disappears after 15 seconds. Snake's side special missile speed has been noticeably increased. Looks like Inkling can use rollers indefinitely. Of course, this will cause continuous ink even when running over an already inked surface. If you have no ink, your attacks are significantly weakened, or in the case of specials, don't work at all. Here we can see Blue Inkling up smash at over 150%, but it fails to kill because he has no ink in his tank. Most people would probably expect this, but when Inkling gets KO'd, they come back with a full ink tank. Ridley's forward smash does 24% uncharged and kills another Ridley at 57% before the hit. This is likely scaling issues similar to his tail stab. Ridley's up special can be angled in any direction and is slightly faster than Fox's. Ridley's down air sends him downward, but not forever like Zero's with Samus or Sheik. If you get enough height, you can still recover just fine, similar to Corrin or Greninja's down air. A good visual indicator of the minimal landing lag associated with air dodging into the ground, typically known as a wave land. I haven't seen anyone put wave landing into practice during the majority of these VODs to see how effective it could potentially be though. Typically, using Sheik's needles at that height will result in landing lag unless you jump or use an attack before hitting the ground. Here, Sheik doesn't do that, but lands with pretty much no landing lag whatsoever. Not a change, but I think people like verification. Sheik's up special can still auto-cancel the landing lag if you used high enough. Samus's grab is much faster than previous Smash games, while still being a grapple. Here, there is no guarantee that fast fall forward air into up smash is a true combo for Samus, but what is undeniable is the reduction of landing lag on her forward air. I said I'd be minimal with showing off improved or faster movement options, but I'll make an exception here because this is just such a good example of how the game has sped up. There is no chance that Mewtwo can jump and move around this quickly in Smash 4. I do also want to draw your attention to the Corrin pin kick. It seems to have a little less distance on it, though it also seems less laggy. Hard to tell from this clip, but it looks like there might be a good amount of time you need to wait after an air dodge before you can act. This wasn't stated in the direct, but it was in the Treehouse Live events. Smash attacks are not the only thing that can cancel a dash. Tilts can do the same, and we can see it here. At this point in the match, Bayonetta has used Heel Slide 3 times now, and all 3 times Fox was able to tech before the second kick could connect. This could be a change in the launch trajectory of the first hit of Heel Slide. Zelda's legs don't move very fast, but her run speed has been increased lately. I wanted to use this match to highlight how powerful Ike's aerials have become, and Zero quickly recognizes it by abusing the minimal landing lag on forward air as well as the pure increased speed and range of up air. The last video segment I'll be covering is the final bit of the Nintendo Treehouse Live event where the crew go into detail regarding Link, Ganondorf, and Zelda, all of whom were changed heavily. After this, I'll quickly list off all of the changes that were observed by players that I couldn't find a video for, and some public opinions on the demo. Anyway, back to this final video. Ganondorf's smash attacks do an obscene amount of damage. 31% on an uncharged forward smash, 26% on up smash, and 26% on the combined hits of an uncharged down smash. His forward tilt, jab, down tilt, and up tilt all behave very similarly to his Smash 4 counterpart. Now, this is an absurdly powerful change to Ganondorf. The increased speed in which he is able to short hop neutral layer spam is ludicrous, and I don't mean spam in a bad way, I just mean wow, that's fast. Needless to say, he couldn't do this in Smash 4. The rest of his aerials are all functionally identical to Smash 4, but make no mistake, Ganondorf is definitely a much stronger character in this game. Buffed also is Ganondorf's down special, Warlock Kick, with much less lag. We know that Link's bomb require manual detonation, but for clarification's sake, they will not explode automatically even if they hit an enemy. They will also never explode after any amount of time, unless either detonated or struck by a powerful attack like a smash attack, meaning they will stay on the field indefinitely, making it a much more potent zoning tool for Link. If an opponent grabs the bomb, you will be unable to detonate it for as long as they are holding it. Let's also take a second to appreciate that even Ganondorf, the infamously slow King of Evil, has decent movement in this game. Another decent showcase of the distance of Link's boomerang. Link can pick up an arrow he's fired at the ground and can do 2 things with it. Either throw it at his opponent for minimal damage, or If he uses his bow while holding a picked up arrow, he will do bonus damage with the bow since he's added a second arrow to his shot. A small but appreciated bonus to Link is his Blade Beam. When Link is at 0%, his smash attacks will fire a projectile attack that does roughly 7%. If Link takes any damage, this Blade Beam ability is lost to him. This is a small nod to Link's ability to do this in Breath of the Wild. Now lastly, onto arguably the most talked about character from Smash Ultimate's demo. Change from Smash 4, if Zelda fully charges her down special Phantom Slash, it will delay before being sent out, which allows Zelda to reposition herself in preparation for her Phantom to move and cover more ground than the Phantom could cover alone. There is also multiple versions of Phantom Slash, a minimal armor version that sends out a quick weak punch, a slightly more armored version that has a tad more range and actually wields its sword, an ultra weak one that does a tiny kick, another sword version that does more damage and has extended range and is nearly fully armored, and of course the delayed fully armored Phantom shown earlier. The amount of armor shown during the charge animation is a pretty good indicator of what level of Phantom you'll get when you use this move. And that's finally it for all of the footage I was able to gather in the making of the script. Obviously this took a while, so there's probably more matches I could go over and analyze, but as promised, in closing I do want to run over some of the changes people have observed and shared that I couldn't find any video for. Some include observations of players, others are compiled opinions. Thus, with no video evidence, some of these could be wrong, and if you guys really liked this kind of thing, let me know because, like I said, there's other videos to analyze, so maybe I could do a part 2. Anyway, on to the changes that there's no video for that I could find anyway. Mario's up smash no longer has invincibility. Fox's forward air is weaker. Fox is weaker overall, and is considered to be the weakest character in the demo according to @CLGNaCat, but has potential to be better. Charizard's neutral air auto-cancels on short hop without fast falling, and up smash consistently can connect from behind. If Ivysaur misses its up special tethered to the ledge, you can still switch to Charizard afterwards and try to recover. It is not possible to run through characters or shields. This was seen briefly in a few of the matches analyzed. Some momentum-based moves or specials like Fox's side special also follow this rule currently. The previously untechable spin animation that could sometimes randomly occur when launched above 100% is now techable. DK is really good according to @LarryLurr. Getting hit in the air will give you back your air dodge. There is not only a Battlefield/Omega form for all stages, but there is a stage hazard toggle. This was never confirmed in the E3 Direct, but was later confirmed during Nintendo Treehouse Live, as well as by other notable Smash figures such as TK Breezy and Nairo. Hitting someone from behind will no longer turn them around automatically. You can no longer cancel Sonic's spin dash, and there is no more invincibility at the start. As for today, that's going to conclude this in-depth analysis of damn near all of the footage that got released into the wild during E3 2018. Like I said, if I missed something, I'm sorry. If I got something wrong, feel free to let me know. This was a ton of work, and I did it to help spread awareness of all the changes to as many people as possible, so if you know someone who might care, please share it with them. I tried to make the ultimate conglomeration of changes in Smash Ultimate, at least as of the date that this video goes up, and I hope I succeeded. If you enjoyed, leave a like and tell me what change you liked the most, or what changes you've yet to see that you hope they'll put into effect. As always, have a wonderful day. Cheers!